What's up, Team Buckhouse? Johnathan Buckhouse here, and it's time for another resort review. And on the chopping block today is The Rock. Now, not Dwayne The Rock Johnson, The Rock Snowpark in Wisconsin. This is like one of the coolest tiny little ski resorts in Wisconsin. Now with the resort reviews, what we do is we go ride an awesome new ski resort. We rate it from 10 categories. Now we will rate all 10 categories from a score of 0 to 10. 0 is not applicable, they don't have it at all. 1 is terrible, 5 is average, and 10 is best in the world. After we go through all of those categories, we give it a score from 0 to 100, and then we compare that to like Colorado ski resorts and East Coast ski resorts all over the United States. That way we can decide who is this ski resort really for. Should you guys go on a vacation to The Rock instead of going on vacation to Breck or Keystone and spend thousands and thousands of dollars if The Rock has everything you want and need in a vacation? Or if you just live in Wisconsin and you didn't know that place was that sick, you could just drive down the road and show up. But before we jump into the resort review, make sure you guys check out the resort map. We have a goal to ride every resort in the United States, and the resort map is how we're keeping track of it. So just check the link out in the description. It's a map of all the United States. All the green dots, if you click on them, it shows the videos there. If it's red, we haven't been there yet, so you know that we're still coming to your ski resort. It's really cool to kind of see our progress and keep up with it. So check out the resort map. Once again, that's linked in the description. Another reason why you should subscribe to the channel to join the strongest ski and snowboard community on the internet. But also, you're gonna wanna see us finish this goal. It's gonna take a couple years. But enough plugging, let's jump into the review. And we always start with lift prices. We need to know how much is it gonna cost us to come to this ski resort. So if you were just showing up for a full day, it's gonna run you $49 for the day. It sounds a little pricey for what you're getting out of this resort, but they do have options if you do like a 4-hour session or a night session. There's tons of different options for how you do it. Even if you book online, you're saving money, so check out their prices. But overall, we're just gonna go with the $49 for the day, which I gave them a 6 for that. It's not a great price, but it's above average, it's pretty low, and you can have a really awesome day of shredding there for $49. Also, their season pass comes in at $300, which is super cheap. And the cool thing is, if you get the season pass, you actually can come to Monarch and Ski Cooper. Ski Cooper, you get 3 full free days of riding. If you live in Wisconsin, you've never been to Ski Cooper, check out the Ski Cooper resort review right here. It's honestly a pretty incredible ski resort here in Colorado. It's kind of like a hidden gem. Next, we got ease of access. How easy is it to get to The Rock? Well, it's a gigantic rock. You can't miss it. Not joking. It's pretty simple, like especially if you flew into Wisconsin. It is a 16-minute drive from the Milwaukee airport, which is incredible. It's right off a highway. So I gave it a 10 for ease of access because for me, I like to think of resorts of like, if I flew in that day, could I ride it that day? Being 16 minutes from the airport, you definitely can ride it that day. So ease of access, super easy to get to this resort. Now lodging, they don't have any. They get a big 0, a goose egg when it comes to lodging. They just don't offer it. It's not available. Sorry. Now lifts, they actually only have 1 chairlift, but they make up for their score with 2 tow ropes, 1 for the park and 1 for the bunny hill, which is super awesome. So if you're a beginner, you have your own little way to get up the mountain. And if you're here to just rip park, you got an option to get up a lot quicker than taking the chairlift. So I gave them a 4 when it comes to the lifts. It's pretty unique when you have 1 chairlift to get you to everything on the resort. It's kind of cool. But what's the point of the chairlifts if it doesn't get you to some sick runs? And sadly, they don't have very sick runs. On their trail map, it says they got 1 green, 1 blue, and 1 black. I would argue that they have 3 greens. And all of their runs are kind of just like on the side of what this mountain's really meant for, which is the terrain park. So I gave them a 1 when it comes to runs. They're not sick. If you're learning how to snowboard, they're sick. But if you're a good rider, you want to make some turns, not the resort. And they don't have tree skiing or big bowls, nothing like that. It's just like mellow groomed runs. But their terrain park is actually super sick. Their features are well built, and that's like a lot of what I look into when I come to a park is like, how nice were their rails actually? Were they like old and ruggedy? Or are they brand new? Are they keeping up with them? Are they grinded? Are they sliding smooth? Things like that. So I give them a 4 when it comes to the park. We did show up on opening day, so they didn't have any of their jumps open. But from what I can see online is they put in some pretty nice jumps, like 20, 35, 40 foot jumps. And then you got a tow rope for them. So you get tow rope jumps, super sick, and then you get the rails and everything. So I did give them a 4 when it comes to the park. It looks like a super sick, fully built park. And what I rode when I was there for opening day, it was a super sick park. 2 rail line going down. I think it was like 12 features in total. It was dope. Now food. They have a pretty classic, like, lodge-style food. It is in Wisconsin, so you can get cheese curds. That's what we got when we were there. They're pretty good cheese curds, so I just gave them an average score of 5. It's like what you would expect going into a small lodge at a ski resort, so yeah, gave them a 5. Employees. Now, this is the score where people say I should cover snow conditions, but once again, I showed up on opening day, so the snow was not great. But also, I went to the East Coast, and it dumped powder the whole time I was there. So you can never really judge the snow conditions because it's all based off weather and Mother Nature and what's going on, time of the year. So we don't cover snow condition, but we do cover employees because I have had employees absolutely ruin a day of snowboarding. If you want to check that video out right here, the Keystone incident, you'll see how an employee can either make or break your trip. Especially when we're spending thousands of dollars sometimes on these snowboard trips, you want to know, like, is the staff there or the employees there, are they awesome, or am I going to run into some crap that I don't want to deal with? Thankfully at The Rock, everyone was super awesome. Everyone was super nice. So they were very average. No one went above and beyond, but also no one ruined our day. So I gave them a score of 5 when it comes to employees. Now, views and scenery. Surprisingly, The Rock had a pretty awesome view of just like the Wisconsin suburbs, everything like that. It did sit a lot higher than everything around it. So I did give them a 4 when it comes to views and scenery. I would say out of all the Wisconsin ski resorts that I was riding, it had the best view out of all of them. So pretty sick for a Wisconsin resort to get a 4 on the views and scenery. And the last category, the would I go back factor. And honestly, I would 100% go back for one reason, and that's because it's just 16 minutes away from the airport. I can plan a trip to Wisconsin, fly in, immediately go snowboard, and then go ride all the other ski resorts there and stuff like that. Whenever I can get a shred day mixed in with a travel day, it's a win, because normally travel days are just travel days and you miss out on snowboarding. So we try and snowboard as much as we can almost every single day, so if we can get a travel day also be a snowboard day, that's a win in my book. But also I want to test out those jumps. But I had a blast at The Rock. I thought it was a cool, unique, just taking advantage of what was there. It's like we have a tiny hill, why not turn it into a like ski park, like for the kids? Like, it was sick. And that brings us into who is this mountain for? It's definitely for the local kids that want to rip park. That's like the main people. But also if you're trying to get into skiing and snowboarding, it's a great place to learn. They have a nice big field for learning how to ski and snowboard. That's really all you need your first couple days of snowboarding, and then graduate to the other resorts. So very beginners and people that want to rip the park. That's who this ski resort is for. But now is the time of the video where we take all the numbers, all the rankings, and we get the overall score out of 100. And The Rock got the score of 40, which is 10 points below an average ski resort. And it's literally a one-chair rock. How incredible is that? Dude, The Rock is a super sick, unique place. If you're in the Wisconsin area, I highly recommend checking it out. But also, if you guys enjoyed this resort review, not only smash that like button, but check out the resort review playlist. This is like our 18th resort review. We're gonna, once again, ride all the ski resorts in the United States. We'll make a resort review of every single one of them. And overall, it's just gonna be a really sick time. Now, traveling to all these ski resorts does cost money. So if you guys wanna support the dream, snag an Evolution sticker or any of my Evolution merch. If you're a skier out there, we also have a ski version of the Evolution merch. These are all linked in the description. We have hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, as well as if you do snag any of the merch, just tag me on my Instagram and I'll give you guys gear and sticker shout outs in my vlog. But also just follow the Instagram to know about all these trips, where we're going, if I'm coming to your place. It's the best way to stay up to date. We always post the schedules of the trips if we're doing like a multiple, like 7 resorts in 6 days when we're on the East Coast, things like that. So make sure that you're following the Instagram so you know where we're riding, what resorts each day, because the vlogs tend to be a couple days behind. But this is a conversation, guys. What did you think of this score? Comment down below. But also, if you're near The Rock or if you're a local that shreds it, add some information in the comments. Where's the best place to stay? Where's the best place to eat? Things like that. We need the local insight on the resort. So comment down below. Let's have this conversation. And with that, Team Buckhouse, as always, thank you so much for shredding with us today. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. We'll see you guys tomorrow with another video.
I'm on top of the ocean, living like life ain't frozen, feeling my feet been chosen for something other than motion, yeah. Mama told me I'ma be somebody. I ain't never gonna need nobody, no, no. I ain't never gonna need nobody, no cliff